Hey, thanks for checking out Nuts and Bolts with Tone on the TTS YouTube page in our series for everyday carry. Now, at my new shop, we have t-shirts and we don't have pockets on our shirts. But for 16 years, I've always had pockets on my shirts. And the things that I carried on an everyday basis. So, in this pocket right here, I would have a trusty pocket screwdriver. Make sure it has a good clamp so it stays plugged in. Little magnet, screwdriver. Super important when you just need to grab it to unclip something, unhook something, whatever. So the next component that I would carry right next to that, always kept it in order so I knew exactly what I was grabbing, kind of like the way I keep my cart, is my retractable magnet. Alright, so sometimes you're sitting there, you got your arm in the engine compartment, whatever. You're stuck, you're trying to get a bolt started and you drop it, and you've got this component lined up, you don't want to stop, and so you grab your magnet. Now what happens if you don't have a headlamp on or you can't quite see what you're looking for? Well, then that comes to the next two items. So the first item I would grab is this one right here. It's a little pen light. I don't hardly ever use this anymore because I don't carry it in my pockets. But this one is actually, let's see, it is a Light Star 80 by Terra Lux. All right, so I bought this a long time ago. Snap-on came in and he said, all right, check this out. And he went on this 5-minute spiel about why I need this light. It has regular light. You can see the colors of the wires better. All these different things. It shows the true color of the wire versus an LED. So you can find the wire colors, tracers, things like that. At the very end of this 5-minute thing, he says, oh, and it's got this section here is rubber. So when you put it in your mouth, it doesn't hurt your teeth. And I was like, oh, God, go get me one. Why didn't you just tell me that first? I wouldn't even have cared about other stuff. This is what I want it for, so it doesn't hurt my teeth. And the next one I would carry is my Coast Pocket Streamlight. Now, I love this light right here. This one actually messes up when I plug it in to charge it. It doesn't charge. So I haven't really messed with it too much. I don't use this. I keep it in the top drawer of my cart, but I don't really use it. So the next item that I would carry if I had had these items when we had pockets on our shirts is this pocket pry bar. Now, I talked about this on an Instagram post. Now this thing is super, this is by Mac Tools. It comes with a pocket screwdriver and a pocket pry bar. Now this thing right here has come in real handy. It doesn't seem like much, you know, the angle on it and everything, but let me tell you, that little angle right there and just the bend in the pry bar really helps getting things pop loose. I've used it for Audi timing chain tensioners to pull the tensioner out of the way. And the next thing I would carry is I always had my trusty pen. I like this Pilot G2. It's got a gel ink. I like these. I buy them by the pack, like a pack of 8 or whatever, 6 or something. We don't do as much writing now. Most of my writing is just notes. When I have a check engine light, when I do inspections, I kind of go through, I write everything down, and then I go back to the electronic portion, and then I input everything, take pictures as I need to. That's how I can get inspections done quicker, is I just make notes of everything. The next thing I would carry is a Sharpie. Always kept a Sharpie, a fine tip Sharpie. This is a pen Sharpie. I don't really like this one too much, but I always kept a Sharpie very similar to this that just had a fine tip, and it didn't have a lid because you don't. When you're one-handed, you're trying to mark something. You can't really take a lid off. And the last thing I would carry is a pocket highlighter. I always had a highlighter of some sort, some color, because you're always having to mark something, make a note of something, whatever, and you just need that highlighter. Plus doing paperwork and things like that. I keep all different colored highlighters, similar to my paint pens. I do that because sometimes I have to print out a wiring diagram, and I'll have to trace wires out with highlighters. That's what I use that for. So that's my everyday carry. And then obviously the last thing that I carry is my Observer Tools flashlight. I carry this with me all the time. I actually have a holster, a Streamlight holster that this fits perfect in. I bought it for my Streamlight, but this fits in my holster perfect, and this is exactly what I need to, to be able to see everything. And the only other thing that I have is my Streamlight headlamp that I wear all the time, just because you never know when you're going to need it. So that is my everyday carry. That's my everyday would-be carry. Now I only carry my pocket screwdriver. I mean my flashlight. That's all I carry now. So, but anyways, thank you for checking out the video. Thanks for all your support for Teck's Talking Shop. This is Nuts and Bolts with Tone. Check out my page for some great content. We also share on Instagram quite often. We share stories, things like that, different tools, crazy jobs, whatever. So anyways, if you haven't subscribed to Teck's Talking Shop, subscribe, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell. You get notified of all of our TTS content as it comes out. See you next time.